Top 5 Marvel video games not titled Spider-Man or X-Men. 5.
Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. Yes, we're starting with a controversial one. Published by EA and released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and GameCube, this open arena-styled fighting game featured well-known Marvel heroes taking on a new batch of villains known as the Imperfects. Imperfect might actually be the best word to describe this game, though, because there are a number of flaws. However, kudos to the developer nStigate for trying something different, and to Marvel for taking a risk on brand new characters.
4.
LEGO Marvel Superheroes. Who doesn't love a good LEGO game? Developer Traveler's Tales have hit the mark every time, and LEGO Marvel Superheroes was no different. With 180 playable characters, this action-adventure/puzzler is a joy to play. And it's hard not to smile as you fly, ride, or run around the LEGO environment while it tells you its own original story through linear missions with open-world gameplay in between. This game released in 2013, but has spawned many sequels, keeping generations of LEGO Marvel fans gaming.
3.
Captain America and the Avengers. Every single person of a given age has a memory of playing this game. You may not have known its name at the time, but you definitely know the game and its roster. Cap, Hawkeye, Iron Man, and White Vision. Developed and published by Data East for arcades in 1991, then re-released on the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy in subsequent years, this side-scrolling beat-em-up is pure arcade fun, battling alongside your friends whether you are playing the 2 or 4-player cabinet.
2.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Speaking of playing with friends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 is the couch co-op game for the ages. This follow-up to the original Ultimate Alliance came out in 2009, developed by Vicarious Visions as an action RPG that followed the story events of Civil War and allowed players to form interchangeable teams of 4 from a massive list of Marvel characters. Each character has their own set of power-ups, which could be combined with other team members' moves to create fusions. These fusions became so iconic, we eventually saw some of them play out in the MCU.
1.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. On a list like this one, everyone is playing for runner-up, because number 1 is a surefire lock. Very few will argue this pick, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is the Marvel fighting game. Originally released in arcades in the year 2000, this tag team 2D fighter was actually the 4th game in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Of the 56 playable characters, 28 of them are Marvel heroes or villains. From Captain America and Doctor Doom to Thanos, the roster is stacked. Even War Machine made the cut. MVC2 has been ported 6 times in its 21-year history and is easily a contender for greatest fighting game of all time. Now Capcom, do the right thing, port this bad boy for a 7th time, and take us all for a ride.